Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Goes back up. The shot by James, no good.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it certainly worked it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Cowens grabs the board. And stolen by Anthony. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Oh, the wily vet. James using the shot fake, and they fell for it.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. Second free throw, no good. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. And stolen by Booker. And Siakam with the slam.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer, and I wanted to know, how do you slow a guy down like Jarrett Allen? Coach said we have to hassle him as much as possible on both ends of the floor. We really want to limit him, not just his points, but more importantly, his rebounds. So keeping Allen off the glass is a primary focus.
And Allie, thanks. From deep, Jordan. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Cowens. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Cowens has got 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Down low. Jordan. From deep, Rose. Buries it from 3.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Up top, Edwards. Outside, Booker. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
Shoots. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by James. Inside. And the bucket is good. James has got his second basket on the night.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone. Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Off the inbound, no good. .51 left in the first quarter. A nice shot by Booker.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Anthony. Pass to Jordan. Allen outside. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Count that bucket.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
Here's Collins. Over to the wing. Outside Booker. The 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. To the inside. Back to Jordan. Anthony outside. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. To the paint. And slam dunk by James.
Oh, man, what vision by Booker. His playmaking is really underrated.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
Yeah, just an offensive machine. Booker generates points consistently, night in and night out.
No good off the back of the rim.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And Siakam, here we go. And then Siakam with the jam.
Yeah, elevating his teammates with passes like this. LeBron is all about making his guys better.
Here's Anthony. Here's Antetokounmpo. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives the coach crazy to concede second chance points.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They're up by 6. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love, and just to try to get back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Out to Anthony. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
The free throw drops for Anthony. And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's James. The rebound by Allen.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Oh, got that one up quick. Anthony's got 6 here in the quarter.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. James, outside. Down low. Here's Siakam. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They're shooting more free throws as his career is going on. Siakam wants to get that percentage up.
It's both from the stripe. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Allen with it. Shoots it from the high post. They get it back. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And just tremendous putback ability. Giannis with that length and agility, just unstoppable.
Rejected by James. And he recovers it. Anthony misses.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
Now here's Booker. 9 points in the game. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Antetokounmpo outside. Floats one. Cowens grabs the board. Pass to James. Now Edwards. Back to James. On defense, the visiting team. They trail by 6. And the ball's out of bounds. It was last touched by Anthony. Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Edwards. Antetokounmpo with the block. 3 on the clock. And it's stolen by Rose. Here's Jordan. And Anthony slams it in.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
That's good from Siakam.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Anthony. Oh, he drilled it. He's shooting 3 for 8 from the floor.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Pass to Cowens. Just James on the wing. And stolen by Anthony. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
They closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And there's a defensive 3-second call. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
They're not leaving any points at the free throw line this quarter. That's the best way to protect the lead.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Rose can't connect. An open look for Booker. The rebound by Allen. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Booker. Anthony misses. Here's Booker. 10 points for him. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Seconds left in the second period. James double team. Pass to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cowens. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. The visitors with the ball. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, and the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Leading by just 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Allen draws the double. Here's Anthony for the tie. On the wing, Anthony. Pass to Jordan. Here's Allen. 4 on the clock. That misses. Got a chance to tie it. A 3, James. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. James has got 10 points.
They got the ball to the right guy. James ready to shoot at all times.
Knocks it loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Inside. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection. Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
A big-time flush by Giannis.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
Here's James. Anthony grabs the board. Pass to Rose. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You saw Anthony Edwards.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. First one falls for him. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Edwards. 3-pointer. Giannis with the rebound. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Pass to James. Here's Cowens. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Here's Champagny. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Rose outside. Here's Anthony. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Anthony's got 13.
and force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they made some great plays, but way too many turnovers. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James.
Yeah, not a smart move on that pass. Hopefully he'll learn from that.
Pass to Jordan. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
The officials were right on top of that one.
It's his first trip to the line. And both free throws good for Jordan. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. To the middle. Here's Siakam. Off with the layup. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, it's great to see Rose out there. After all those injuries, Derek still has a passion for the game.
And Anthony slams it in.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Inside. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 17.
And their defense has taken a turn for the worse here in the second half, allowing way too many easy looks. Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Here's Anthony. Here he goes. Tries again. Cowens grabs the board.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
1 minute left in the third. Pass to Edwards. Inside. Edwards lays it in.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Here's Jordan. Tipped. Outside for Booker. Down low. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
Well, he can play the four because he gets off the ground so well.
Jordan. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And then Siakam with the jam. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Leading by a point. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And the ball's out of bounds. It was last touched by Anthony.
And the misconnection there. Hands guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
To the paint. Here's Cowens. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Here's Anthony. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
It's Booker on the wing. Look at Booker elevate.
What a finish. You love to see that kind of explosiveness from Booker.
Pass to Anthony. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. Outside Edwards. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Now here's Anthony. Back to Jordan. The shot from 20 feet out. Perfection. Beautiful stroke. Jordan's got 21.
And their offense has been much tighter since halftime. The guys are starting to work together, moving the ball around, getting good shots.
Antetokounmpo with the block. And they're on the break. Out to Rose. Pass to Champagny. Back to Rose. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Another assist in the career of D. Rose.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Edwards with it. Jordan picks him up. Here's Cowens. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. And there's James from the arc. Oh, LeBron buries a three.
And one way to stretch a career, taking more shots from outside. LeBron, the ageless one, knows it well.
Pass to Cowens. To the inside. Here's Siakam. Another shot. Booker with it. Down low. Here's Cowens. The kick out to Edwards. Clock at 2. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be a second foul of the game. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
James. Nice work inside from James.
Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for his team.
That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. James has got 10 points here in the second half.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Edwards can't hit.
The contest plus the board. A full defensive possession from him. Great effort.
Oh, LeBron with suffocating defense. He can still get it done.
He'll take the lead. Rose grabs the board. The pull-up. Now one is off. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Pass to Edwards. To the middle. There's Cowens. And the officials call goaltending. So they award the basket.
I mean, you love the aggression defensively. But at this stage of the game, that's a huge mistake.
Rose outside. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Back to Siakam. It's James on the wing. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Out to Rose. Three-pointer. Here's Antetokounmpo. Money.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Inside. Here's Siakam.
Yeah! Yeah, great awareness there from Booker. A selfless team-first player.
Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
And here's Jordan. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
He didn't have his feet planted.
There's 10 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And that's an intentional foul.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good. And it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Got a hand on it. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers facing the Houston Rockets. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Left side, Bryant. Bricks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake. It's stolen by Johnson. Jumps up and finished off by Bryant.
And he anticipated the play, and Kobe finished it on the other end.
Here's Harden, and he goes big time with a dunk right over Kobe Bryant.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to McGrady. And taken away by Johnson. And finished off by Bryant.
Leaping up to the rim, Bryant sees the opening and does not hesitate to attack.
Harden with it. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Harden outside. Houston moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock.
Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
Bobbed up there for O'Neal. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the force with which the Diesel plays Shaq on attack?
Here's McGrady. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end. And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And it's sent back by O'Neal. James with it. And Shaq with the slam.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
A slow start here for Houston in this one. 6-point game. Here's Harden. Johnson with the block.
Not really.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
Shot's good by Young.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Here's Davis. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Rockets trailed by 8. Knocked away. Kobe with the steal. Beyond the arc. Johnson outside. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Connects from 3-point range. Bryant's got 9.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Olajuwon left side. Pass to Sampson. Houston needs to get a shot. Lets it go from 14. Here's Olajuwon. A three ball. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Oh, good work by Yao, spotting the open man. That isn't usually a big part of what he does.
Here's O'Neal. And he can't jam it through. Here's McGrady. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And that one is hammered home.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And, Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Bryant missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the paint. Back to Yao. Here's Harden. With one on the clock. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Lakers on top. They're up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Goes to the reverse layup and cracks it in. Harden's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Rockets. Pass to Olajuwon. Now, here's Harden. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And it's Davis with the jam.
The foul couldn't hold Davis down. His scoring ability is just that strong.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Trailing by 5.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Davis has the open look. And the 3 off target. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Simpson. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Now, here is Harden. He has 6. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. On the free throw, no good. Pass to LeBron. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Harden left side. To the middle. Here's Olajuwon.
I mean, a hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness, which really is something to behold.
The Lakers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And so he hits both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
It's Harden with the drive. It's blocked by Shaq. Pass to LeBron. Pick off in midair. Tracy McGrady on the wing. At the elbow, Olajuwon. Here's Yao. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And that's letting the defense off the hook. No excuse for blowing that layup.
Down low. He's got it. It's a great finish.
Oh, my.
Yeah, the vertical's still there. LeBron's athleticism never ceases to amaze.
Here's Shaq. And Shaq with the slam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Olajuwon. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside, Davis. Six to shoot. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Meade. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Now here is Yao. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. Harden outside. Trying to break that ice cold streak.
Oh, get up, James. Talk about a guy who scores from all 3 levels.
Oh, a big move by LeBron.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And finished off by Davis.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
It's rebounded by Johnson.
And they need his offense right now. But his shot is just not falling.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Harden. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Count the basket. Shaq's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. How about the read there from Olajuwon, finding the open man.
Here's Kobe. The shot will not fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Rockets trail by 5. Pass to Sampson. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
West with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. West has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Los Angeles. Here's Francis. And it's a hit by West. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now, here's Bailey. Back to Worthy. Lock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. To the left wing. Here's Francis. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
And Olajuwon has got the ball here for Houston. 8-point game.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Hey, we streaming this time, Dex. We streaming on YouTube.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines is David Aldridge. It's the Chicago Bulls facing the Golden State Warriors. So Golden State will get the first possession. Here's Chamberlain. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
But here's the problem. Now, no one's got the strength to move Will off the spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Offensive rebound. A shot by Jordan, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's KD. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Back to Butler. Pass to Pippen. Now here's Butler. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
It doesn't matter what angle you give him. When Butler gets inside, you know he's going to do well.
Scooped up. Chamberlain. Out to Thompson. Poked loose. Lock at 6. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And then Rodman with the dunk.
And you love to see Rose operating as a playmaker first and foremost.
Curry's shot is off.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Here's Pippen. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Outside Curry. And a missed late. And here are the Bulls now. Floats it up for Pippen. To the paint. Nice move. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Don't you wish you could leap like Pippen? I mean, I do.
Curry fires from way outside. Again, Curry missing.
I can't believe he missed that three, regardless. That's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Jordan. After the made shot from KD.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range there.
And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Durant with it. Butler covering. Butler with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls flex break. right side. Shoots over Curry. And another miss by Chicago.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
That's tipped. 5 to shoot. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The shot by Chamberlain, no good. Chicago leading by 4. There's the lob to the hoop. And Rodman with the slam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Thompson outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Up and in on the layup. Chamberlain got 6 points.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Now here's Rose. Curry with the rebound. Pass to Chamberlain. Back to Curry. Jacks up a 3. Hangs it from downtown.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Outside, Jordan. And stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Pass to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
Pass to Chamberlain. Out to Thompson. And stolen by Butler. Goes up. And the dunk by Rose.
The hands of Butler are so active on defense. He disrupts the play and turns it in to a transition opportunity.
By himself. And Rose throws it down.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
To the middle. Back to Butler. Left side, Jordan. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, catching the defender there off balance. Jordan with the great strength to convert through contact. Let's see what he can do there at the line.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Jordan looking it over. Butler in the corner. 6 to shoot. Back to Jordan. There's Rose with the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Rose has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Bulls.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end. And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, GA?
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. Outside for Pippen. There's the three. Pass to Rose. Second shot opportunity. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. What one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
1:57 left here in the second. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul. He's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of the game.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Curry. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Pippen. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.